How's it going, everybody? This is your third favorite attorney, Anthony Miranda, with the Firearms Policy Coalition. Today I want to bring to your attention an astounding piece of anti-gun legislation that has been introduced. H.R. 3740, also known as the Handgun Licensing and Registration Act of 2021, seeks to require a federal license to own handguns in the U.S., and also seeks to create a federal register of all handguns that are owned. H.R. 3740 was reintroduced by Bonnie Watson Coleman out of New Jersey and is co-sponsored by Frank Pallone and Albio Series out of New Jersey, as well as Adreno Espelot out of New York. This bill states that the Attorney General of the United States shall establish a federal system for the licensing and registration of all handguns owned, possessed, or controlled in the United States. So let's take a look at this handgun licensing scheme that this bill wants to establish. This bill makes it so that handgun ownership is limited to only those individuals 21 years or older. So right away, this bill outlaws a class of individuals from exercising their right to possess handguns. As a prerequisite to obtaining this license, this bill also requires that you have firearms training. You will also need to have a background check performed, have your fingerprints taken, and have your photograph taken. Many people are familiar with the carry licenses that many states require, but under this bill, you will have to obtain a federal license to simply own a handgun in the US. On top of this, you will have to renew your license every 5 years, as if your right to own a handgun has an expiration date. And let's not forget that this licensing process will not be free. There will undoubtedly be excessive fees attached to you applying for the license, doing the training, having the background check run on you, and renewing your license. This bill also requires that all handguns be registered with either the federal government, the state, or a local agency. H.R. 3740 incentivizes states to implement registration by promising grants, aka a lot of money. And on top of all of this, this bill will subject you to a penalty, fine, or both if failing to register or obtain the license. Bonnie Watson Coleman in her press release stated, "Our government requires registration and basic standards for voting, operating a vehicle, or even opening a business. Yet for weapons created with the single intent to take a life, we have developed a dangerous aversion to any mechanism to understand where and with whom these weapons reside." She goes on to state that it is time to give law enforcement the tools to prevent this violence and provide a record of accountability for those who seek to do others harm. The key in her statement is that she wants to treat your right to keep and bear arms as if it was simply a privilege, like driving a car. Imagine having to deal with a bureaucracy like the Department of Motor Vehicles to register and license your handgun. This bill doesn't even attempt to hide the fact that it wants to treat your right as if it were merely a privilege. FPC will continue to fight for fundamental rights of all people in this issue and all others. Individuals who wish to oppose this licensing scheme and registration scheme can head on over to stopgunregistry.com. Also, while you're at it, head on over to joinfpc.org. Your donations go directly to helping our team fight against these types of 2A infringements. Once again, this is your third favorite attorney, Anthony Miranda, with the Firearms Policy Coalition. I'll see you guys next time.